it's some miles, you know what I'm saying? I suppose I came on a little bit earlier. A little bit earlier. However, that wasn't the case today. I needed me a little day to just go ahead and explore a little bit. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, I was like considering, and something in that box ain't got no business be in that box though. But I guess word got out your girl was gonna be outside today. And today was very interesting. Let's just say the least. And then it's other part of it, I was like, girl, you'll get into that account eventually. This is also it was something I needed today. You know what I'm saying? It was just something that I feel like even half the people that probably could have just realized like, damn, she's out a little bit longer than what she usually is, but it was like, shit, let me give y'all all the little bit of time that you needed, because they had their little people on them corners and stuff like that waiting to report like, hey, she on her way back. But they wasn't sure, like, was I going to stop somewhere? Was I going to do this? And I was just like, you know what, just enjoy the bliss of what it is that they doing. Because I got the, the luxury. It was like, okay, well, let me see, you know, I didn't realize that the college that they was trying to, get me to choose when I was like, well, let me look up the law school. The school right up the road. And then the places where I was talking about physical therapy, some medicine places, some pharmacies, food places and stuff. Child, the shit was like when I say no bullshit, even though I enjoyed my walk, I was seeing every fucking thing that I had been talking about. I was like, child. And then the people that was looking to like hit the neighborhood, but they didn't. I'm pretty sure wasn't nobody really expecting for me to go past like the mailbox or something like that and just go sit over here by the lake or the pond or whatever. But then it was just all kind of stuff that I was seeing, and then it was like, should we just take a picture of the looking for salons and all this other stuff? I was like, child, the okie doke is if it wasn't here. But then also before I was heading back, I sat there and I saw like, I want to say it was like 6 cop cars in a row. But then it was like another thing where it was like 2 or 3 people that I like I noticed from Orlando. One of them was not only from Orlando but from Kissimmee, but also I remember him from Puerto Rico. And I'm just sitting here like, child, like what are we into now? So it's just like, well, let's just go ahead and get some time, come on in, get settled in, and then we just get the talking about it. But these are like people, the malignant ones, and then the people that wanted to carry on with the nonsense that they had going on. So I'm just like, okay, well, today is what, Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Wednesday. So I feel like some people probably end up pulling up or something like that, because it's like, I feel like some of these stations got notified not too long ago about, if you see these cars, you better get them. Or, at least keep, eye on them or whatever. But they couldn't like sound the alarm to let them know that they was in that area, because, doing so when you trying to run particular operations, alerting them would like kind of like fuck up what it is that you looking to, do to these people. Now something where it was like they discreetly try to do this on the 7th, it was like, hold on, I need another little piece of the information. So what they couldn't do today, I guess they gonna carry out until like Friday, or just see what they gonna do over the weekend or something like that. But then it was just like, okay. But then it was like also earlier, it was like I had paid attention to certain details, and one of the details was like, you know how somebody could be like literally trying to keep up with like a child or special needs child, because I feel like that like somebody probably got like their intuition went off, about somebody's either grandparents or parents or somebody, whoever, or some caretakers or something. And whatever it is that they got notification on, it was just like, hold on, I need to figure out where they're going to do, what obstacles and challenges, where are they? Where are they? Like, this is like one of those waiting games for them to go ahead and do something to gain something. But then it's like, at the same time, these are people hoping like, okay, they ain't going to talk today, so we can create the disruption and this. And it's like, I feel like somebody could be, upset because it's like something that they wanted to happen is not happening. And then it's like the people that they could have like tried to like convince or play in the energy or something like that, it's like it's not working. It's like they're not falling for the trap, they're not going for the bait, which I've also some for the bait. And I was saying, trying to say for the bait, but somebody could vape a lot or something like that. And it's like someone could have like tried to be ducked off or something like that and hoping that they wasn't going to be seen. Because I feel like somebody is really feeling like foundation achievement trapped in fear. Like somebody for real afraid about going to jail about something that they did. Because it's like, yeah, I mean, they should be, because it was like they was passionate. They stood on business about the decision that they made, because it's like literally somebody could either be in real estate, somebody could work for the police department or something like that. Someone could work for housing authority, property management or something. Someone could work for Department of Children and Family or something like that. And I feel like they're aware. They're aware about, what's the possibility, because they know like shit. Like somebody, I can tell you right now, these people that I really just mentioned, these florists, these people, pharmacy therapists and shit like that, these people are literally aware, but it's just like one of those, since they ain't got yet, it's like, well, it's like they got an inkling, but they not sure if some other people got picked up. But this is motherfuckers like knowing like we gonna get picked up, because it's like they were hoping to go ahead and create some type of partnership or alliance. But it's like they know for a fact if they can't make a partnership or an alliance, someone's area code could be 813. And they know for sure that if they can't make this fucking alliance, they go in a motherfucking jail. Somebody know it. It's like, if I can't get them to work with us, or if I can't get in a partnership or a relationship with them, I'm going to motherfucking jail. But it's like, shit, if you would have thought about it, and these are like people in a situation where, you come in fucking with people, right? Fucking with people, you talking all this shit about them, but then it's like, this is one of those where people end up doing some fuck shit and they end up needing that same person that they was fucking with. But then it's like, the big part of them needing the person is due to the simple fact you listen to the wrong motherfucker. Now here you are in this situation, because it's like, now that they getting the true fucking facts, it's like, fuck, we're fucked. But then it's like, the people where they felt that they could still get coached, they could still get this information on how to do this. And it's like, how like people want to create obstacles and challenges, and that can usually cause people to have heartache, loss, and feel like, oh, they're depressed or whatever the case may be. In this situation, this was somebody like, even with us fucking with them and taking this away and messing with their fucking phone, how the fuck are they still happy today? And it's like, apparently you should go fucking reflect. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those situations like, go fucking self-reflect, because even though you might, hey, cool, you got that one. It was needed, because apparently, regardless if you was, able to do that, somebody is a veteran or they work for Veterans Affairs or something like that. I'm hearing the name Anita or Benita or Patrice or Valencia or some shit like that. And this is like somebody hoping like, oh, well, we can figure out how to do this and fix this. These are people really trying to fix shit in the background when they know they was participating in the fucking beginning. And then it's like, with them knowing that they participated in the beginning, and it's like, now it's like, oh shit, we didn't realize, like, these are people that are not passionate about the shit that they do. So when they seeing somebody real fucking passionate, these are people that couldn't understand or fathom the fact, like, how can you be happy when you're, it's just like, basically, say if you're a person, you sit there and you witness your whole fucking family get killed in front of you, right? they're expecting for you to still stay in this fucking place of being like, oh my gosh, the world is gonna end, I have nobody, right? But however, instead of them like looking at the scenario of, yeah, you'll be, devastated, but the biggest part of it is, did that person have a good relationship with that family? Were they really care for it? Because these are one of those situations where you have to teach people, just because what you see on the outside and just because other people on the outside always try to tell you about the person that they always intentionally push on the outside, doesn't mean behind motherfucking closed doors what the hell going on is not what's going on. Cause shit for me is like, you telling me what? Shit, freedom. Like, bitch, am I gonna be depressed? Oh, that they're gone? Okay. Karmically, universally, okay, I mean, I don't regret my children, but I regret who the fuck I procreated with. But shit happens, life happens, it moves the fuck on, and now it's one of those, well, I couldn't be like that, because if it was my family and it was my children and it was my parents and my family, bitch, you're fucking miserable. You still got mommy and daddy fucking wounds, and then you expect for me to feel how the fuck you feel in certain situations that you're in. It's not gonna work the same. You do not know what a person's suffering is behind fucking closed doors. This is gonna be one of those people where they just hope that you don't have any more like creativity, hoping that you don't speak up or certain things like that. These are people hoping that you're going to be miserable because you didn't find love. These are people hoping that you just be, emotionally numb to certain things. Somebody could do something with cutting trees or something like that, or a lumber or something like that. Or these are people like, I hope this mess up their lungs and stuff like that. And then these be people like thinking, oh, you're gonna miss them, or they're gonna be right back, or they're gonna be coming back. And it's like, who the fuck would want to come back to situations that intentionally created obstacles and challenges to stop someone from being able to speak up on what it is that was happening, who try to stop somebody from creating things that they supposed to, who try to stop people from having alliances and partnerships and having fucking love because they were discontent and bored, and because they didn't know how to handle rejection, so they just wanted to come up and create disruptions in all of those areas. That's the craziest thing to me. And then it's like, energetically, this is like someone feeling like, okay, well, since they can still pick up on the energy of me and read me type thing, then apparently, they'll still, have love for me. And then I'ma still just energetically show them that I'm still doing, messing with the LGBT community. I'ma still tell them that I'm still messing with this water sign. I'ma still let it know I'm messing with this air sign. I'm still, I'm messing with this person. And it's like, that requires that person to have relevance in that person's life in order for it to just be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sad. When all it is in actual reality, all they did was shit. That's just one less person to worry about. One less thing. Like that is, it's like, it's not a worry, because if it was something important, that commitment or that alliance or partnership, that person would have did certain things to make sure that it was in good standing versus making sure that it wasn't something horrible. So then in order for them to feel like they were an authority or in power and control over someone, this was like someone wanted to make somebody feel in the dark or feel in the shame and feel like they were bored and discontent, that they needed love and that they're vulnerable or something like that, or they just needed this person, this authority to have control over someone's, sacral chakra. So, your bedroom time and who you wanted to sleep with, and someone feeling like, if I play this game, I know for a fact that they're like, this is someone telling like, if you play this with them, they're not going to want to sleep with someone else or be with other people or whatever case may be. And it's like, no, you know what I'm saying? Your life don't stop just because of certain things like that. Actually, it really starts regardless if someone wanted you to feel like conflict and defeat, like, oh, nobody will want to be with you. It's, what I'm saying? And this would be a person to come out, I love you, but you did all this stuff and you trying to convince somebody you love them, or you trying to convince somebody that you were trying to do something for their betterment or to make better choices and stuff like that. Like, you need to chill out, you don't need to be with nobody, you need to be patient and let this man make it for you. You know what I'm saying? I had relatives really try to be in control of who I get in a relationship, how I got in a relationship, coaching any and every fucking person that would literally come in my way just to steal, the spotlight or the shine, or so they can harvest and take the energy, and I wouldn't have an effective new beginning. And with that new beginning, it required me to just focus on me. And then it's like, well, shoot, if we keep putting the kids in the way, then we can make them do this. And it's like, you're not making someone do something that you want them to do. It doesn't work like that. And these are people like, they're frazzled right now. Somebody that they're having a fucking, they're losing their shit. And then with somebody else, this is like every time that they keep doing something hateful for somebody, something good is just going to just keep happening. And keep happening, and then someone is not understanding, like, how is it that they're still getting good things coming their way? Well, for every time that you do a spell a day, 10 people will come. For every time that you do something hateful, it's going to be 15 to 20. Then it's going to ease its way up to 100, then to thousands, and then to more. So it's just like, whatever you're trying to do to make sure someone doesn't have wish fulfillment and stay by themselves and that they're alone and all this other stuff. It's like, how you gonna claim to do that type of thing. These are also, the longer that you're in solitude, it's like the more you're healing wounds of, what it's like to be without a mother, what it's like to be without a father. But you're finding healthier ways to be able to deal with that versus like making somebody else be responsible for, somebody, focusing on self-love, taking that time to reevaluate their things. If you can't, afford to go talk to people, like for me, I wouldn't ever fucking talk to anybody again but myself, because I trust the advice that I give to myself. Shit, even if I gotta go to my Rita Lotus page and I can't get into it for the time being, shit, I know I'm leaving some good enough information on there for myself to take my own advice. Like, ooh, shit, that's some dope ass advice to take for your own life to do what it is that you need to do. These are people that was hoping like they can create a disruption and make you feel like you're the one having to go to jail over something else, or like you will be the one to react to some type of crime of passion and go jump on this person page. It's like, I'm not for the fight over no damn man, honey. If you got him, you got him, baby. That's one less headache, one less person to worry about. I ain't gotta worry about mama, daddy, sister, brother, uncle, cousin, none of that. I ain't gotta worry none of that. And these are people that gotta be stressed out talking about you trying to fight for somebody's attention. I don't need to fight for no, baby. That's just, it's so hard. It ain't so fucking hard to say goodbye. That was yesterday's problem. Today's the new day, and tomorrow is a chance for a whole fucking better day. And these are people that don't see the chances and the possibilities of a whole new day, or of the moment. You know what I'm saying? When you in that moment, you get the chance to see things in a whole different way. What else do we have? Yeah, triumph, like accelerated moving, your heart. And like I had left like a message early this morning, like I was watching, I don't know what's the name of her thing, but I was watching that and it was like, girl, you get a chance at love. And when you get a chance at love and stuff like that, it's victory and success with speaking. And these people wanted obstacles and challenges that you would have with your heart, or moving forward with having a chance with new love, new ambitions, new creativity and stuff like that. And when I was just like thinking on, I was like, you know what, these would be people that will mess with your crown chakra just to make sure that you don't feel like what you feeling is real or what's true and stuff like that. Because like I said, when I had to think about it, it was just like, shit, when it came to, oh boy, I was like, shit, the dude that he brought me around when I went to go to the thing, shit, I knew him and that dude was fucking around. And then the other dude, I was like, y'all be doing that weird shit. And I knew that his cousin that was sitting at the bar, I'm just going by his street name, Tom. But shit, I was like, shit, Tom, you know what I'm saying? He a little different, but I was like, shit, I'll fuck with it. I was like, I'll fuck with him. But I was like, shit, he was sitting there acting like he wasn't with it. So I was just like, I left it alone. And but you know, it wasn't like when he was pulling that shit, it was like I was making it very clear, and I don't know why he was just thinking like, oh, I was on him, nigga. You was just something to fuck on at that time. And considering that I needed to keep you close enough, and that was like, you know, his strategic, like how he was trying to utilize the situation. It was like, motherfucker, I need you to know I'm more powerful than you. For one, two, your anxiety is so fucking bad that it allowed me to read this nigga to filth. Do you hear me? Like when I say I could read that dude to fucking filth, it was to filth. So it was just like, he was too easy. It was like he was predictable. But then it was just like, he was coming through, and I remember I had picked up, like, it was the dude that, I don't know, I guess he called himself Ace or whatever. I was like, Ace, you know what I'm saying? I know you experimenting in this shit like that, you know. I was curious to ask him, like, nigga, was he the bottom bitch when y'all was locked up? Because I'm just a little curious. But I was like, leave it alone. But I was like, shit, at the same time, when all the shit was going on, I remember that, you know, buddy, you know, dude was on it. Tone was on that same shit, and I was like, but he would, you know, let me know, like, yeah, my baby mom, whatever. I'm trying to figure out the computer shit, which allowed me to know that he was involved in the shit. But it was like, I'm pretty sure that he was more involved, but not like that. Like, you know what I'm saying, coming up with the plans and shit like that. But the biggest part of it was it also allowed me to know that with him having access to him, and I feel like at the same time when I was reaching out to nigga ain't probably ain't ever in his fucking life had no fucking female just like hit his ass up with a message like that. And then it was like shit. And then it was like we had that brief conversation, and that shit alone was enough that I knew for on my end, like, but you know what I'm saying, God's rejection is the protection, but it ain't no rejection or protection. It was just like he was a little standoffish based on the information he already had from that time or whatever it was prior to me, you know, talking to him. So then it's also, you know what I'm saying, he's going to have to go trust the fact because that's his family. You know what I'm saying? His cousin is the one putting him on with this nigga. And then at the same time, I'm pretty sure up until now, current, I'm 1,000% sure Buddy is probably sitting there looking at these niggas like, nigga, yeah, your ass is gay, nigga. You, yeah, all this shit that we done did and all this shit that I'm seen up to this point is going to always be a person, regardless of where the situation is. Eventually, it's going to be people that's going to pull back from the situation and be like, let me see for myself. Whether they speaking on it or not. So regardless of how you look about a situation, a real person and like how you could tell the real motherfucker in the group versus motherfuckers that's just trying to be groupies and with crew and just wearing a mask and really fucking fake, you could pick up on it more or less. And it allowed me to know like this nigga's gonna be like, well shit, I do need to look out for my cousin because I'm pretty sure it was some shit that went on. And I'm pretty sure he gets spooked every fucking time when he come watch the live because he been watching. It ain't like dude ain't been in the fucking background because I, you know what I'm saying, energy is energy. I'm not a person to not know what the energy is like. And I'm pretty sure he got spooked for a little bit and was like, hold on, but I'm a little turned on at the same time. But at the same time, motherfucker knows like shit, she on her money, she on her shit, but she ain't on that shit of what narrative was painted prior to him getting the information that he had at that time. So I'm just like, shit, that was what? Maybe a year ago, possibly. But then it was like at the same time, this motherfucker trying to play on some shit like, oh, she a hoe, she's this, like, nah, nigga, you the hoe, clearly. And then clearly the fucking options you choosing, like, you had that, and this is what you choosing. And then it's like, oh, they're a bad bitch, nigga, that bitch is coked out, snorted out, fucking shooting up, sleeping with any fucking and everything just for a fucking book. And then you had a motherfucker actually giving you the plan. Actually, that was your actual connect for you to get the shit that you got. And it's just like, I know for a fact that any other motherfuckers probably had to sit back and be like, even that motherfucker's cousin had to sit back and be like, you right, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. But then it's like at the same time, not too long ago, if I wasn't tripping, it was probably him, his cousin, and his girl over there in the fucking parking lot. And it was like, shit, well, can y'all go look over there for me? And it's like, shit, I don't know why y'all being stupid to look out for a nigga that clearly I don't want shit to do with. Like, honestly and truly, I really wish that motherfucker would quit doing this shit, because his ass is going one way or a motherfucking another. The only fucking blessing is, I was like, considering what he doing and how he wilding out and feeling like he doing something and think he gonna have a chance, like, oh, I get the epiphany, I get what you saying. No, motherfucker, it's a little bit too late because I want your friend now. I don't want your friend, I want your friend's cousin. I want that nigga. I want that big, tall, little motherfucker. I want him to play with. I want that for my motherfucker. I want it. Shit, ain't no motherfucking shame in my game. It ain't been, but shit, he got to deal with the fucking baby mama because clearly I can tell the baby mama is the issue for his ass, and her ass probably be over in this motherfucker too. And but then it's like at the same time, it's like I'm looking out for you, shouty. I'm looking out for you a little bit different than what it is that I'll be into, but then shit at the same time I fuck with it because it's like I can honor the fact when a motherfucker doing what it is that they doing because it's people like they do all that. Now it's just like not only is, you know, buddy's cousin and shit, and then all the rest of the motherfuckers, I'm pretty sure it's a whole motherfucking crew sitting there like they don't know how to handle that. They don't know how to handle that. Then it's like you're a little bit expensive. I'm watching your habits, but I'm making sure you get your shit or whatever the case may be. I'm making sure your shit ain't get fucked with. But this nigga, like, it's one of those, you know how people just be fucking with you, but then at the same time, it's just like, you can't be fucking with somebody who really on their fucking shit. Because it's like, really, nigga, if you feeling like you the setup, motherfucker, I'm going to set your ass up so motherfucking clean, you wouldn't even see that shit coming in. Clearly, this motherfucker didn't see it coming. Because now that motherfucker probably sitting there looking boo-boo in the fucking face, probably crying in the motherfucking shower, probably sitting here trying to smile in every fucking bitch face that's going to give him a chance. And the homies really low-key sitting there like, damn. You slept with that. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Like low key, they probably ain't saying shit in his face, but look, we'll take you to the strip club. Come on, let's go drink and shit like that. But it's like, that nigga hurt. Man, motherfucker, you gonna hurt for the rest of your motherfucking days. And the same way where it's like, oh, well, why you didn't stay with your baby daddies? Nigga, I'm fit to show you way better fucking than tell you. You know what I'm saying? It's called show and tell, motherfucker. It's show you and then I tell you. And now I'm telling your ass. Now your ass sitting in the motherfucking corner just like the rest of the motherfuckers. Cause I don't do let's spin the corners. Let's play DJ, nigga. I am not DJ selector. Wicked 1 2. No, motherfucker. Wicked 1 2. I'm gonna show you. Wiki. Ahora su boca, su lengua se cae. Bitch, like, it's one of those, I'm not the one that you gonna play with. Because he gotta fucking remember, it's your bitches coming over here to figure out what it is. Even the faggot motherfuckers you fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who really doing what? Because you ain't talking nothing. And you over here doing reckless shit, not respecting your body. So why would I fucking be upset about something else? And then it's like, on top of that, it's like, when is it that you gonna ever fucking realize and wake up to the fact like, oh, why you don't fuck with your family? Now you can sit there, and I'm pretty sure a lot of fucking people, even if they was getting paid from these folks, it's like, damn, why would you do somebody like that when they was willing to help you? But then it's, damn, because she ain't giving you the money. Damn, y'all was really stealing that girl's shit. And then it's like, she really wouldn't mind helping y'all, and y'all doing some shit like that. Y'all low down, then I can only see and I can only imagine. But then it's like on the biggest aspect of all of them playing this shit, getting the police involved, lawyers and shit like that. Because, of course, if you a suburban kid, you gonna have access to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, it's always a suburban or a rich kid that they parents didn't ever fucking pay attention to them, and they get involved in this shit. It's just been that way for fucking years. So it's like, with the shit that they've been doing, it's too easy for motherfuckers to get corrupt. You gotta understand, when you went to church and shit like that, the church kids were always the fucking worst motherfucking kids. Wasn't it? Shit, when I was growing up in the fucking 90s and 2000, it was always the fucking pastor's daughter that always got pregnant right around it was time for her to do the, you know, the little virgin ring ceremonies and shit. And it'll be like, they be trying to keep it under wraps right before it was time for everybody else to do their shit, and then it'll come time where that belly getting ready to show, and then it's like, yeah, you know, what's coming, and God just blessed them, and it's like, nigga, this shit been going on in the church for so long, so you know when a motherfucker gonna be corrupted and shit like that. So it's just like, y'all ain't doing shit that ain't nobody gonna already fucking know you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? When you a trench baby, you gonna know how the fucking police gonna work. You know how dirty they gonna be. You know the demeanor. You know the behavior. You know who all gonna be part of the crew. You gonna know what churches and shit they gonna go to. You gonna know what banks they fucking with. Like, all that shit. And it's just like, I'll be sitting here all the time, and I'm sitting here thinking, and it's just like, What gave these fucking people the bright idea to feel that it was safe and it was cool? But I'm like, the only way that they probably would have thought this was, you know what I'm saying? Because outside of trying to play like, oh, she's not confident in herself. Okay, I used to love that game when it was just like, sometimes you gotta pop out and holler at them, huh? Right? Okay. But then it's also at the same time as one of those, they wasn't like that when they was with me. Motherfucker, you was being fake than a motherfucker. So why the fuck would I be my whole self and give my whole true self to a fake motherfucker? That don't make no sense. That's like giving your true self to the motherfucking opponent, like to a fucking op to let you know exactly how the fuck you operate. That'll be the stupidest thing you ever fucking do. Right? And some people sitting there like, you right, it's a fucking valid point. Why would you sit there and just be like, okay, if you super fucking talented and you giving out your best fucking raps and shit, this person is looking to steal your shit, but you can also sense that the motherfucker hating on you and doing other fucking flawed shit. Why the fuck would you give your best to a motherfucker that you know clearly it's going to try to take a chance or a possibility to either steal your rhymes, your writings, your raps, your swag, or your motherfucking beats? Make it make fucking logical sense. And clearly, they're showing you, by the way, like, yeah, I took on this other nigga shit and I did it. Okay, that's enough for me to know that you will be a motherfucker. If you was willing to do it to that nigga, and clearly if we all amongst the same crew and that nigga don't bother nobody, he don't do nothing, he chilling, or whatever the case may be, and you was willing to go do that to that motherfucker, what would you do to me? Right? Then it's also like the biggest story of the scenario was where this motherfucker will always try to bring in my fucking face, yeah, my baby mom, da, 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 da. It's like, yeah, but you know what? Truth always be told. One thing for certain, two things for sure. Because I got caught up with it too, so the third time I was going to make sure that it didn't happen. No fucking more. You always listen to the fucking first baby mama. And depending on how shitty the fucking shit ended, you gonna get some tea. But then also at the same time, if when a man is really looking to change, sometimes you gotta also analyze where where the woman coming from. Is she coming from a hurt place? Did she do some shit first? Like, I'm a person, I'm gonna be unbiased in the situation. Right is right, wrong is wrong. If you fucked up, sis, you fucked up, sis. If he fucked up, he fucked up. Simple. But at the same time, it's not for me to make that decision because, hey, at that same time, I got to offer you the same opportunity. I got to give you trust until you give me a reason for me not to fucking trust you. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, if you're going to keep moving around every fucking body that you bringing me in the room amongst, and you're not giving none of these motherfuckers loyalty, clearly you're telling me you will not give me motherfucking loyalty, and you will fuck me over at the best chance or opportunity that you get to go ahead and fuck me over in the worst way, right? And what, do basically show me, like, everybody else is like giving you enough room to do what it is that you're going to do. It ain't about what it is, who you doing it with. I'm giving you room and opportunity to do what it is that you do best. And what you choose to do best is finesse, lie, carry on, try to do push and pull. And once I realize it's like, all right, then it's like you like to do the push and pull type shit. If I run away, you gonna chase me. Or if I go ahead and play this game where if I'm not giving you the answers, you gonna still want me around. It's like, nah, motherfucker, it's just you easy to deal with right now. And right now I'm not out and about and I'm not looking to be out here in the streets like that. So you gonna be the little piece of ass that I'm gonna utilize for the time being. Clearly, you been my boo-boo to fool that shit. I know for a fact I got enough trust and confidence. Even though your ass is gonna lie, shit, I need to eat. Nigga, you gonna feed me. So I'm not tripping about what the fuck it is that you doing. It ain't using if it ain't using, but shit, you use me for something way fucking bigger. So I feel like it's call it even at the same time. But at the same time, you did some way more slime ass shit. You know what I'm saying? You did some slime ass shit. And then you steal from a motherfucker that shit. You needed that car, right, to get around to even do half the shit, right? You needed a crib to lay your head at, right? But the least that you could do was give me common courtesy. Hey, this ain't what it's going to be or whatever. Okay, nigga, if that's not what it's going to be, there's a bedroom back over there or whatever. But if you're going to be doing all that wild ass shit, you're going to have to take that shit out of my motherfucking crib. Because out of due to safety and security purposes and out of fucking decency and respect for a person, take that shit out there in the streets, not to my motherfucking door. And considering that this will be a motherfucker to bring that shit to your door and, oh, I'm mad because you didn't give me this and you didn't give me, like, motherfucker, you just showed me you just can't handle motherfucking rejection. And you also showed me at the same fucking time, if I had to go ahead and do some shit, you'll be a nigga that I have to lay down. And if I gotta lay your ass down and I'm really looking to avoid that shit, and then you'll be the one, you need to go back to church and you need to go back to this, nigga, you need to get your shit rocked. Who raised you? Because it's like, oh, you think you being disrespectful and slimy, motherfucker, I'm disrespectful and slimy where I disrespect every fucking body. And it's no exception to the rule. So then it's like, don't do some shit that you wouldn't want somebody to do to your motherfucking ass. But at least it was like, the thing of it is, it was like, you know what? You already a fragile motherfucker. Your masculinity is already fragile than a bitch. So I'm not going to break that shit no more than what I fucking have to. Because the first thing is coming out your mouth. You think I won't swing on you, nigga? If you gonna swing, ho, swing, nigga. Like, I'm not the motherfucker to be scared with you. Because at that time, I got to get out of my body and forget that I got a vagina and some breasts. And I got to handle this shit how the fuck it's going to handle. One of us is we both going to be bloody in this shit, or we just going to be both bloody in this shit. But it's going to be one of those shit that you feel like that shit is cool because that's what you're accustomed to with these other motherfuckers and thinking that they just going, no, stop, come back. No, motherfucker, this ain't no stop, come back. Because this time, I'm telling you, hey, you're going to have to call your mom. Call your mom. And we can call, I'm going to call the police. Nigga, call the motherfucking police. Because if a nigga got to call the police on a motherfucking female that after you done said that you was about to beat my motherfucking ass, bro, call him. We got time. Considering we was over there, you know, off of OBT, all we needed was to cross over them cross lines. It's going to take a little bit more time versus where we was at. But it's like, cool, you know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do, and it is what the fuck it's going to be. Because I'm not no scary ass motherfucker, because this is where I had to be my whole life. You think you a man? Nigga, I had to be a man. I had to be. Because clearly I wasn't dealing with one. Clearly I wasn't dealing with one. So when you realize that it's like you ain't dealing with one, you ain't ever really had one to be in your corner to do that, you start to learn and realize like, hey, I got to pay attention to how some of these men operate. I got to pay attention to how, you know what I'm saying, when they get into their bravado. I got to pay attention to when they're in this energy of, of wanting to just like play with you and feel like it's okay to do certain things towards you. And it's like, I had to, sit back and it's like, you know what? He's just somebody, you know what I'm saying, you just kick it with or whatever the case may be. But this is not somebody where if they ask you, hey, how's your kids and how this stuff. And it's like, okay, it is what it's going to be. And then it's like, even if it was someone I had kids, there'll be a nigga I would not ever say shit to. I don't know what you're talking about, cuz. I don't know what you're talking about. But still, you know what I'm saying, if I wanted to be petty, like, how your friend doing? What's his number? And saying, like, I'm petty to the motherfucker, like, I'll be giving no shit. But it's like, show me respect, I'm going to show you respect. You be kind to me, I'm going to be kind to you. You offer me peace, I'll give you peace. But if you want to start a motherfucking war, motherfucker, I'm the last fucking person you will ever fucking start a fucking war with ever a day in your life. Ever. Don't ever start no shit like, what? You got the money to go ahead and create obstacles and challenges and keep people from working with me until you realize, like, oh, damn, you know Rita? Oh, how you know her? How you know? Shit, the west side where I reside, but on the east side is where I party at. Now, don't sit here like, let me come in, let me come out. How they know that it is me? Nigga, it ain't even like how it was like making it seem like something that it wasn't. But then when people realize it's like, damn, she cool, you know what I'm saying? You handle that shit. I handle my shit with grace. It's going to be what it is. Shit. You do what you do. I do what I do. Shit, that's the end. The chapter is closed. So I'm ready for the fucking new. You know what I'm saying? And, whatever that person is, it's just like I'm confident enough that whatever man is going to be in my life, he going to honor the fact I am who the fuck I am. I'm not nobody's secret. I'm not something you keep behind closed doors, but shit, I deserve to be fucking kept. I deserve to be honored. I deserve to be with somebody that I'm attracted to, that I fucking like. I deserve that if that motherfucker ain't treating me right, I could walk out of that fucking door peacefully without a motherfucker sitting there being ornery or hateful, trying to create disturbances because they and they fucking feelings. That's feminine qualities. I don't need no man and no fucking feminine ass fucking qualities. But shit, you know what I'm saying? We grown. If we call ourselves grown, you grown, I'm grown. Hey, it's just not working. All right, cool, bet. I appreciate you. It was a beautiful thing, and you closed that shit out peacefully. But it be people wanting to close out things, feeling like they know what's better for you because they want to listen to other people that swear up and down that they know your life better than the person living the life. That shit just blows me at the same time because it's like the audacity for somebody to sit there shit, let alone listen to my motherfucking kids. No, my kids just like, mommy was stern. Mommy is just stern. It's just a lot of shit, kids. It's like shit. I'm a person that I'm honest. Like it took me a cool fucking minute to like emotionally attach to my kids. Like I didn't neglect them. I didn't abandon them or nothing like that. It was just hard to emotionally attach because there was so much shit going on around me. So when people sit there and just try to play like certain things, like it's okay, but shit, socially awkward, common. Can people get it? Nah. Because has anyone really had those type of situations in life where it's real like shit? Hell no. Like it's more. Oh, well, I didn't like how she said certain things like that because we don't live like that. You ain't meant to live how everybody else fucking live. But shit, you know what I'm saying? When you got to get it how you live, but you still willing to have a heart, be honest, and be, you know, trustworthy in the situation, you ain't got to worry about what, you know, how another person's going to feel about that situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm deserving of a man that's going to protect me where it's like, baby, calm down. You ain't got to get mad. I got it. You know, I'm deserving of that type of fucking man. Like, baby, you ain't even got to get riled up, baby. I got you. Calm down, sugar. You know, go over there, go look cute. Go paint your nails today, baby. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, well, shit, in the meantime, it's like prepare myself, but I still got to look out for myself until then, you know, in the meantime. But it is like at the same time, you know what I'm saying, there'll be a motherfucker, like it taught me at the same time, there'll be motherfuckers willing to be with you just to get some shit off you. And it's like at the same time, you know, I still got to be mindful, use my discernment and stuff like that. So the person for me, shit, it ain't like I want you to have to prove yourself, but you got to prove yourself that you even worthy for me to even be loyal to you. Because I'm too motherfucking loyal for the way I got treated and how I got done. And even currently how I'm being treated and fucking done. It's like this shit should have been over and done with. But then at the same time, I'm still having to deal with the extra bullshit that is not even fucking necessary. Like I'll look out for anybody. Shit, when I'm really with somebody, especially like if I know that man rocking with me, and I know he for real rocking with me, nigga, the whole squad taking care of the kids, your mama, your granny, and everything. But that moment that you give me the inkling that you disrespected me, you crossing my boundaries, and you crossing me, nigga, I'm the worst thing in the motherfucking world. You might as well call her Samaya. It's Samaya, Lucifer. Call on that motherfucker. Because that's the only thing that's going to probably be a possibility of a chance of calming me the fuck down. Because even then, I still know the devil got to submit to the Most High. Okay? But it's like, shit, you do good to me, motherfucker, you going to be like, oh, I love it here. Even if you got to be the hardest motherfucker in the motherfucking world, motherfucker, behind closed door, that motherfucker finna be putty. Baby, be hard for the world. I'm over here. I'm calm. I'm good. You good. Let my man call me and talk about, baby, it's rough over here. I'm on my way. I'm on my way, Sugarfoot. Where you at? I'm ready for that type of motherfucker. But when that time come, I know it's gonna come, regardless of what kind of occupation or whatever. Shit, the next motherfucker get me, I know that nigga gonna make sure I'm put up. Whatever the fuck I want, I got. Whatever I need, it's there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no moment where I'm crying because the motherfucker fucking up. And even if he fuck up, he willing to tell me the truth straight up. Not trying to put on a fucking mask for the rest of the motherfucking world. Not trying to be everything and everybody else but his motherfucking self. Nah, nigga, I need you to be yourself, shawty. I need you to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hermit, you a hermit. You know, we in them streets. If we in them streets, we doing what the fuck we got to do is business. You know what I'm saying? We get to the paper. Not like we get to the paper. Not just, you know, out here to get it type shit. Because, motherfucker, I need you to come home at night. I need you to come home at night. I need you safe and sound at night. I don't need to be dealing with the motherfucker, you know, 5-0 hour shit. And, you know, if your ass is a fan, whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck he could be. But shit, at least he gonna know the love he getting from me is genuine. Don't fuck that up. At least he know for a fact the love he get from me is genuine. It's gonna be 100%. Ain't no faking it. Ain't no funking that shit. But it's like, don't take advantage of that shit. Don't take it for granted like these last little motherfuckers did. Cause shit, out of the last motherfuckers, it's alright. I'll see y'all in fucking court if I don't see you in the grave before then. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of them. Their existence don't mean squat diddly shit to me. That's like a motherfucker feeling like, well, I'm gonna tell her this, and I don't know why you fucking telling me. Go tell the motherfuckers he dealing with about that. I don't care. Well, we took this from, I don't care. I don't love her. Don't listen to her words. If the answer is no, and guess, I don't know. Do you see me take them on trips? Nah. Hit their ass with the clips real quick. Somebody could be watching me from fucking Virginia right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just that real ass shit. Like, ain't no shit. Somebody saying it's the feds watching. It's probably motherfuckers from the Pentagon watching. It's like, I love her. She's just not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a person to tone down. I am who I am. I am who I am. Take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no MJB, take me as I am or have nothing at all. It's just, I am who I am. Either you fuck with it or you don't. It don't make me no different. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with those who fuck with me. You like me, I like you. You know what I'm saying? You don't like me, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. But this is like clearly, you know, people not wanting you to see the victory and success and wish fulfillments that you have. Like, I still feel fulfilled, even though it's not like, I feel like I'm hindered from certain parts of my goals and things like that. And I like to just keep moving. I don't like to be, you know, stationary. I don't like for all this other shit. So it's just like, you know, you get a little antsy, but shit, with the antsiness and the curiosity, all it does was allow me to have to sit down and observe the environment, observe the behavior, observe exactly what it is that they do. And I'm like, why would you do corrupt shit? And then it's like, what's not processing is this, right? These same fucking people are working with these so-called relatives, right? Some of these people been working with these relatives, I want to say, give or take, anywhere between the last 4 to 18 years, right? And out of 4 and 18 years, you mean to tell me, out of all the things that they done said to you, I don't give a fuck, even if a special needs kid is in a fucking home. You mean to tell me out of 4 and 18 years, you don't think them kids is going to pick up habits or know or knowledge or capabilities or tendencies or traits or observe the behavior that these people are doing and how they do it and when they do it and what type of people they will pick to do it? You don't, it's like, it's the stupidest thing. This is one of those where people, I feel like it's going to be a group of people that have to sit fucking back and be like, they looking boo-boo in the motherfucking face, right? All the obstacles and challenges. It's like, how the fuck you get over it? Well, bitch, you'll get over it if you had to go through it all the fucking time and then you watch people do it to other people all the time and you have to watch them most of the time. When you watching someone fail, you learn from the behavior like, damn, that shit right there, that type of situation made that person get fucked up in the head. Or that type of situation got them fucked up. Or that type of, you know what I'm saying? You gonna live and you gonna learn, right? Because it's like, shit, when she did this, or when he got into that, and that's when old girl got mad and she called DCF on her because she got mad because this happened with her. Okay, and then when she went on ahead and did this and she found out that her baby daddy had this type of money, so she went on ahead and got that bitch beat up so she could go ahead and go take it. Come on now, like this shit right here has made people really have to fucking really sit the fuck down and realize at the same time, yeah, you doing the underground shit, but it's underground shit that you just Like, I get it. It's no honor among thieves. Okay. Clearly, if there was a code, apparently there's no real fucking code or value in this shit. Because it's like you're repeating the cycle, and then the one person that they try to keep distant from the fucking family, and y'all, instead of y'all questioning like why y'all keep this person so far away, then why is this? Because if it was me and I had to be in the fucking underworld, I'm gonna question every fucking reason why that person has to be fucking secluded. Because it's going to be one or two things. That person could actually truly be, disabled. Or that motherfucking too motherfucking smart, and the bullshit that they pulling on top of what they doing is also going to give you an inkling that motherfucker also could have a possibility that whatever the fuck they pulling, they know that motherfucker either going to be crazy the fuck enough to take their ass the fuck out, for one. Two, or take their ass the fuck down single-handedly. Start talking to the motherfucker that they usually always try to push out of the group. And most of the time it's because they don't do what they do. They ain't on the drugs, or they ain't out here selling it. They ain't out here doing all the stupid shit. That's usually part of the things, but it's also something else in that situation. Either they tell the truth, they can fuck the same fucking people up doing the bullshit, or three, it's something out of that situation that they feel that they can get out of it, but they need other fucking people to do the dirty work for them. That's the basic logic to that part. And apparently some of these motherfuckers wasn't using the logic, because it's like, in the part of this situation, it's like, well, how is it that they picking up on the shit that we doing before we doing it? I don't know. Maybe because they just thought the person wasn't smart enough, right? Oh, well, I thought you beat down her self-esteem. No, you wasn't beating down my self-esteem. Actually, you were beating down theirs. And the fact that certain people that you would bring in and they're like intrigued, it fucks them up, because now they got to bring them back to re-coach them or punk them, or go ahead and get them submit to some other bullshit, give them money to shut up and do some more shit to the person who keeps figuring them out, because the signature and the energy of their little stank asses is on this motherfucker, right? That's like serving a motherfucking a full platter without serving the fucking platter. The illogical of the illogical, and then it's like, oh, well, we'll get them to stop talking. Well, if the bitches that was sitting there pushing the person away, because that the reason being why they're pushing them away, because they know it's something that they would say would incriminate them, right? And then I'm pretty sure with whatever that person has to say, that they're keeping at bay and trying to get all of y'all to do all the fucked up shit to them, right? They got to do this to them to make sure it's underhanded. Mind you, the person ain't supposed to know. They ain't supposed to figure it out, whether they got foolproof or fucking not, right? The funniest shit about it is they don't want the person to talk about it. Because if they talk about it and then y'all start coming as a crew to the person who they trying to keep from talking about it, right? And who for real got heart. Like they got that type of heart. Like they own that shit. It's either they gonna be on that demon time with your ass, or they just gonna be like, you know what, it's whatever. It's whatever. They want you to stay away because the shit that they know that person will fucking say will fuck up everything, their whole image, the whole shit that they had going on. That's what they do know. But what they do know as well, the ones that they bring in to do the shit for them, is that you're not going to go digging for it, because they feel that they already convinced you enough to go ahead and to do the obstacles and challenges, that you're not going to go intellectually and dig within yourself to reflect on, hey, why did they want us to do this? Because, well, we did get success on doing this, and we did pretty quick try to play on their motherfucking heart or play on their top real quick, and now they looking like they lonely, but low-key from the observation, even when we putting in cameras, the motherfucker don't look lonely. They might cry for a little bit, but it still seems like the motherfucker's still smiling, and they still going to do this, they still going to do that. It looks like they still fulfilled and having victory in whatever it is. So whatever obstacle and challenge that we did, it seemed like it was pointless, like low key. But then it's like, well, let's keep fucking with them and see what more can we do, right? This is clearly the energy. But the more shit that we're doing, the more that this person is becoming more forgiving, the more time this person keeps seeing shit, The more time that they keep going back into this solitude shit and then they come right back out, they talking about shit over triumphing the shit that we was planning on doing from the get-go. That we was planning on to do behind their back, but how the fuck they figure that shit out? I don't know. Maybe it was just something they was accustomed to seeing these motherfuckers do. Apparently, strategically, if I'm going to keep making a motherfucker keep going into isolation, or I'm going to keep trying to lock them up, and I'm going to keep doing this, and if you're smart enough, in isolation, you're going to take the time, reflect, observe, and read the shit. Read the room, right? All the fuck that just did. It's just like, oh, okay, it's a pattern. They're consistent in the bullshit. They're not consistent with being real about it, but they're consistent in the bullshit and the cow shit and with the consistency in it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ever seen in my motherfucking life of sitting there watching a motherfucker that always swear up and down that they don't like the motherfucking police, always a fuck around fucking police. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, let me sit back and observe this a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it more interesting. So it's just like, I wonder who's going to be the bold one to actually come to me face to face, or let alone book the personal reading, because shit, time is money, right? Because clearly this shit was about the money, right? Clearly this was about keeping someone from seeing and speaking on it and like being rattled or frazzled in the head and feeling like I can't get over it. Well, shit, if the bridge is like this big and the crack is only about this big, bitch, jump over that motherfucker, right? You just might have to run, because depending on if it's a little bit fractured under that bitch, you better run to get to the motherfucking real shore, right? So clearly, who really fucking losing in this situation? It ain't the person that you're trying to cause the illusion or the conflict to, because the person you causing the illusion and conflict to, they're accustomed to it. They know what it looks like already. So what you doing at that point? Making yourself look stupid. You're making yourself look dumb, right? So why would I keep making myself look stupid and dumb in a situation when clearly, based off of pure observation, they can see this? And a lot of the shit that was carrying on, and the more people that they were bringing into this situation, and the more persistent that they've been, it's like, this is money. It got to be a lot of fucking money on the table. Now, you can tell when a person is moving, it's just chump change on the table. But when it's big fucking money on the table, you can tell who the big players are involved. There's no missing that at all. All right, well, in order for them to elaborately play this along, they will need, aka in my instance, they took the kids, right? So they gonna need the baby fathers to play along in this shit, right? In order for that shit to go on, they gonna have to figure out with the baby fathers, hey, what you got out of this motherfucker? What you got out of this motherfucker? On top of what they already know secretly, which I've already been known, it was always money from the get-go. I just didn't know how many funds that it was coming from, and with all 5 total places, because it was main 4 that I know of now, but it's 5 of them right now. Now, considering that they're gonna keep carrying on, I'm just adding it up. I can have about 9 sources to 18, considering how fucking long they want to take it. And considering how long they take this shit, it's going to be some of these motherfuckers, they're not going to be able to afford that shit. It's going to be motherfuckers literally serving 7 to 18 years for fucking playing with this shit. Because it's like, oh, you don't think that the feds ain't going to watch this? The feds been watching these so-called motherfuckers since 96, unbeknownst to them. But I remember as a kid, Rita, you need a hatch. You always just wishing the bad thing on us, and the Lord don't like that. You know the Lord don't like that. Bitch, how the fuck you talking about the Lord and y'all motherfuckers barely even fucking go to church? Y'all didn't start going to church until it was something convenient coming out of that bitch. That's how it really fucking came for all them motherfuckers, especially Carla ass. Carla was putting on the motherfucking facade because she was married to Shane. That's all the fuck that was. She just wanted, Shane. Shane was cheating on your ass from the motherfucking beginning. And shit, and even when she moved over there to fucking Clarksville and shit, she got a guy. Why I gotta go for it? Because I was telling you the motherfucking truth. And now you sitting here looking at that picture, your feelings hurt and you mad at the motherfucker. And now it's you and Kiara gotta come up with the elaborate plan talking to Sheila. Now all of a sudden you, Carla, Sheila, And Georgetta and Kiera, all of them, they the best of fucking buddies all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know when the name of the game of how motherfuckers come together. Like, when you know your family is dysfunctional, the motherfucker, and you know, like, the aunties and shit like that, they don't get the fuck along. But then all of a sudden, auntie, grandma, and everybody, all the motherfucking sudden get along. Nigga, it's a plot. It's a plot. I mean, shit, at least in the black folks experience, and I know, and I seen that in the fucking Spanish motherfucking experience. When the motherfuckers was dysfunctional and they ain't never fucking get along, but all of a sudden, you out of the fucking picture and they all of a sudden get along, you can tell who the target of that situation, man or fucking woman. You gonna be able to fucking tell. And then depending on how fucking far that people got up in a situation, like say, you know what I'm saying, you came from the hood and everybody made their way up and now they made it a fucking middle class and shit like that. But you know that you still got folks that still live in the hood and shit like that. And most of the time they cool with it because it's like shit, you sometimes still want some motherfucking people in the hood. Cause you know what I'm saying, you throw them a little something, you throw them a little bit of change and some shit like that. They'll still be willing to get down with your ass. You see what I'm saying? So they still keep up with the dysfunction every now and again. And it's like they want to come in, you know, with their new car and shit like that. Like you know what I'm saying? And then if you gonna pretend like you don't fucking know, then intuitively you not paying attention to what the fuck they want to create for you. You know what I'm saying? You cool with the obstacles and challenges and you thinking like, oh, I ain't getting nowhere in life. No, nigga, it ain't like you ain't getting nowhere in life. It's your own fucking folks. You just want to be boo-boo and blind and you so desperate for, you know, the connection in the family and the family ain't had fucking connection or healing in like fucking 18, 20 years or however fucking old you are. They ain't never fucking had connection. And even though you've been the one trying to mend the family, trying to heal the fucking family and shit like that, and ain't nobody budget, nigga, just know at any given time or moment, and especially if they ain't coming together, they can't come together just to heal, and you only see your fucking folks when it's time for a fucking funeral. Just know that everybody really lottie-dottie, everybody, and they real close and it's a whole lot of money on that motherfucking table. It don't take fucking a psychiatrist or a psychologist to figure that shit out. It's money on the table. Oh shit, so Granny, you know shit, everybody getting ready to pass on. Granny getting ready to pass on. Unbeknownst to people, before Granny passing on, she got the trusted nephew or the trusted cousin or something in the fucking family. And the cousin know like shit, when Granny passed away, you know, we inherit, you know, a building over here. We inherit the church shit. We fit to inherit like, you know, $50 million and shit like that. The cousin know, but everybody else don't know. But then the cousin end up whispering to somebody else, word get around real quick. Oh, Granny getting ready to pass away. And it's like, yeah, she getting ready to pass away or whatever. But then it's like, well, I heard that she had some land and stuff. It's like, when did you hear that? Mind you, it's only the trusted cousin, but it was who they told, and the word got around. Now all of a sudden, all the cousins and everybody can, you know, come together and shit like that. Just know they only came together because they trying to figure out how they can get a piece of that. Because she was my grandma too. That was my mama. And that's when the conflict come into the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no motherfucking secret to that. Or God forbid, it's a situation where all the stuff and land and stuff like that was left to one of the kids that the parent probably felt like, oh, I'm gonna leave this to my daughter who was the responsible one. This is the one that don't do the drugs. This is the one making, you know, good decisions and shit like that. And then it's the other siblings come in. I don't know why daddy trying to leave you this. I don't know why mama trying to leave this shit to you. I'm for the fear. Now that's when all the low down conniving ass shit. And depending on if you the one that actually made a way out of the bullshit, trust and believe, and they still in them streets like that, or they looking for their old connects to fuck you over. That is just a vicious cycle that tends to fucking happen for generations. It's a generational fucking curse. You know what I'm saying? It's a bloodline thing. So when people tend to do this shit, it's just like, oh, okay, that's what they're gonna do, you know what I'm saying? But it's just now we're in the digital era where now they can fuck with your internet. Now they can fuck with your phone. Now they can, you know, go ahead and, you know, clone your phone and shit like that. Now they can, you know what I'm saying, go into your neighborhood if they got old friends and they figure out, oh, your sister work over there. Oh, you got a cousin that still work. Oh, they work in an apartment that she moved in. Unbeknownst to you, you know what I'm saying? They done scrambled up all they little chump change and shit to come up with a private investigator to hawk you down and find you and shit like that. and you wondering how the fuck they still keeping up with where you at and shit like that. Cause tis the era for that. Tis the era for motherfuckers to try to figure out, where you at and what you got going on, and they need to know your business, who you sleeping with, who you fucking on, and all this other stuff, so they can figure out, okay, well, shit, if she messing with this person, now not only are they looking at that person, they trying to look at the person who you sleeping with and see if they can get that person to slip to your side or their side or whatever, because if they can get you to marry them, and this is how you can go ahead and get some money too. We can rub your palms if you scratch our back while we trying to do this shit. Like, it ain't shit new. That's why it's like when people do this shit, it ain't like they, not feeling like they doing something elaborate or extravagant, cause shit, any cop can turn dirty. Most of the time, that's why when it comes to police stations and shit like that, they're supposed to do fucking annually, at least at minimum two fucking risk assessments out of the year. 3 if they can figure out that somebody did end up going fucking dirty. And then it's like, if depending on if it's real dirty, you do 6 of them out of a year. In the police station shit, that's the same thing that they're supposed to do inside the fucking military, right? So when they doing this shit, it's like too easy to flip a motherfucking cop. It's too easy to flip a fucking detective. You know what I'm saying? Shit, a detective be so fucking desperate to figure out some shit, of course. An old inmate or shit like that he felt he built a rapport with or something like that. And it was like, you know what I'm saying, a criminal be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, you did help me out. You could have ended up giving me about 50-something years, but, you ended up just only allowing me to give about 1 or 2 years. I'll fuck with you. Yeah, what you need type shit. Or, if they don't figure out that type of shit, it'll be motherfuckers where you be thinking it's your bestie or it's your god sister and shit like that. No, them be motherfuckers those be the monitoring motherfuckers. Oh, that bitch got school debt. She got student loans. Oh, we can definitely use that bitch. How much is your student loan? Shit. Well, we getting about 20 million off of this shit. So off the 20 million, we're gonna get off of this shit. You said you only need 240. So shit, we'll throw you off about 400K. If you cool with that, hell yeah, I'm cool with that. Okay, well, you just gotta make sure you keep up with whoever the fuck she dating and all this other shit. Like, that shit it's not like it's a new fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So more or less like who around you, who they trying to use to go against you. Or if you was like me, they would keep away certain people that they felt like were cousins or shit like that were like for real related to me. They would keep them at a distance, so I will only strategically be around people that they felt wouldn't say shit to me, that they felt that they could power and overdo this shit. Like, I done seen them do some shit so fucking dirty where it was like, say they got homegirls, right, when they was doing like, the casinos and massage parlors, and when they was flipping them soldiers and officers and shit like that, when they was flipping the police officers and commissioners and doctors and shit. What I would see them do so fucking elaborate, right? They'll get these motherfuckers so like looped up and find out their deepest fetishes and shit like that. In the meantime, like all the other girls that they was dealing with, they'll find the prettiest ones that they'll be like, okay, well, I know this will catch his attention. But on top of that, they'll be like, especially if it was a man and he got different fetishes and shit like that, they'll look into his fetishes. And then it'd be like, well, what about your wife or stuff like that? And if they can figure out the wife, probably was curious, bisexual or some shit like that, man, they will flip these motherfuckers so fucking cold to like blackmail them and get them so, goofed up. And they'll be like, okay, well, do you have any, soldiers that, got behavior issues? Do like had DUIs or a little abusive or something like that? And when they would figure that out, they'd be like, girl, we fit to go to the club or whatever. And they'll tell, that the people they were sleeping with, if it was like commissioners, judges and shit like that and officers, they'd be like, yeah, have your soldiers come out, or just be like, you gonna, give them a bonus or a party or whatever and tell them about new clubs and shit like that. And they'll be knowing that these soldiers will go in and they'll be like getting a picture and like, or they'll get them like a bullshit pass to go on the bases and shit like that. And they'll get a skim or a look at who the person is that they be talking about. And then they'll get these dudes to go over here to like the strip clubs and shit like that, or to these massage parlors, or they'll get these girls and dress them up during the day, be out and about, and they know like, with the soldiers, they get paid first in the 15. They love to go to the mall and splurge and shit like that. but they would make sure that the ones that they know that got tendencies, fetishes and shit like that, they'll go ahead and hook them girls up, because then it'll be like, before the girls will go with them, they'll go ahead and trick off on them too, like they'll fuck with them first, and then it'll be like, hey, yeah, what you into and shit like that, and then they'll put the girls that they have on. It's like, look, I got a friend for you, you know what I'm saying, I ain't fucking with you, because they already fucking with like the bigger bosses over them, and then they'll get those girls and go fuck with them, like, girl, he's so in love with me, he was taking me to eat, he was doing this, because of course they gonna do it because the girl pretty. But unbeknownst to them, they already know that the motherfuckers, like, within like a few months or whatever, start abusing and fucking them up. So that that point, they know what that dude, they know what the first person came in to do the shit to them, that they know, like, oh, when I was fucking with that bitch, that's not the bitch I want to fuck with, because that'll be a bitch that's going to kill you and lay you out type shit. Like, these dudes would know what these other females were on prior to, before they sent the pretty girl in, which is more or less they can manipulate them and get over on shit. Them, meanwhile, they know, like, it'll be some shit where they intentionally make sure that these niggas wouldn't come fuck with them, but still fuck with them on the side. Like, you know, they could still slide over and get something. It's like, motherfucker, you coming over here, you gonna pay for it type shit. Like, that's how the fucking game really fucking been going for years, for like the last 32 motherfucking years. And motherfuckers be talking like, yeah, my husband in the military and shit like that. But depending on his demeanor and shit like that, you could tell more or less what type of lifestyle that female had prior to she getting with the motherfuckers. But even then, if it was a police officer, if it was lawyers and doctors and shit like that, this is how the fuck I grew up seeing these motherfuckers do this shit. And then it'll be like to a point where they know the girls that the dudes have, they already know she getting beat on, they already know she getting cheated on. Shit, half the time they will already know if the motherfucker gave the bitch HIV, herpes and shit. Like, they will already fucking be known. But shit, with, you know, dude basically, you know, getting hooked up from the girl before or the dude before and shit like that, they'll grease this motherfucker palm all the time whenever, like, they want to be out in the streets. Well, my wife at home and shit like that, you know, being Susie Home Baker and shit like that. And then they'll be in these streets doing crazy shit. Like, it say if they, you know, they got crazy ass desires and they want to kill motherfuckers, and these motherfuckers be like, oh, I need this bitch gone because I need to get my money off of her. They already got it, because they already know this nigga be beating on the bitches on the side. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not like certain shit that these motherfuckers doing. It's like, you ain't doing shit that I ain't already fucking know. But it's also at the same time, it ain't shit that I ain't already fucking prepared for. So when they, you know, start doing it, it's like, oh, well, we could do the mind reading and all this other stuff. Okay, dream catchers and stuff like that. I gotta remember they had to literally do like a hypnosis to me around the time. I wouldn't say, I was either between 8 or 12 years old when they was actually successful to be able to, like, shut me down fully, where I wasn't being able to do this. At this time, I didn't even have to use cards. All I really needed was a notepad and the person to talk to me, or I could literally be with you. Long as we was like in an open area or something like that, I could read your ass to motherfucking field. But depending on if you were good to me, I could give you all the good things that you could talk about. But I would still have to warn you of certain things coming on. But it will also be certain things, if I knew evil was on you, I would be able to predict your death and how it would look. So they used to get spooked about that when I was a little girl. So they would, hey, why you got to bring this child? She talking about when I'm going to die and how people going to kill me and do all this shit. Because, shit, I was a kid allowed to watch, like, the scary movies and shit like that. Like, I could literally tell you how a person would kill you. Like, to the T. Like, to the point of if they were going to get kidnapped, if they was going to get snatched up, what type of person, what type of group, or depending on the behavior or the people we had around the time, I could tell them if it was going to be a friend, a family, a foe, if it was going to be a female that they was with or a dude that they was with. I could tell anybody about their death. But it was like, also, it just depended on if they were really good, they can get, you know, buy themselves time. So a lot of time they would, like, literally utilize me to buy themselves lifetime or buy their time to, like, not get put in prison. So that shit wasn't, like, new to me, but it was like, shoot, just keep it to yourself till the time is fucking right for them to, you know, really fucking know how this shit go. Because it's like, it's a motherfucking feeling like they can do mind control, and it was like, oh, fucking, That shit I used to do as a kid. That shit used to be funny to me. Like, it'll be niggas coming in there, and these would be grown ass men, and they'll be in there plotting about who they was gonna try to smash, who they was gonna take shit from. I was like, oh, so you think you fit to go lay up with her? And the motherfuckers would be like, what you said? And like before the person could catch on to what I said, I was like, well, give me $20. And I would hustle the fuck out of that shit. And they'd be like, Shrita, how you got that money? Him. And they'd be mad as fuck because they'd be needing that, like, back in the day, that's when it was like $5 to get in the club, $10. Shrita, how you get $20 out of them? So they'll try to manipulate me and then, like, guilt trip me to take my motherfucking money and shit like that. I'll be like, mad in the motherfucker. I'll be like, man. Like, so to me, it's like, low key, that shit is still fucking funny to me, especially when motherfuckers try to play telepathy and shit like that. It's like, I wonder if my curiosity says, okay, are they playing with the energy again? And it would be like, as a kid, like, I would literally know when a motherfucker is trying to play with the internet. Like, I didn't pick up on it really, really good until I was like 13 or 14. Because at that time, I was at Niceville High School. And that's when, what's the name of the program? Kelly's Services. But those when the people came from Mexico to come, like, check that shit out. I was certified from the motherfucker, the Mexicos and shit like that. I was like, yeah. But I was like, sure to keep that shit under wraps. Because I used to, like, you know, it was like I craved to just have friends and shit like that. Then it realized, like, it got to a point where I, like, didn't care. And then it was like, Veronica, I got cool with her because it was like, well, maybe she's just more a little bit, you know, intellectually stimulated. Because the other kids, I wouldn't be stimulated from them. And then it was just like, oh, fucking well. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really give a fuck. And then if people piss me off, I just do ornery shit. It'd just be like, well, shit, you already on the edge. Leave me the fuck alone. And then when I come to church and stuff like that, man, depending on if I was pissed off that day and they used to force me to go to church, I'll say a prophecy to the preacher and they'd be like, that girl need an exorcist. Do I? Well, leave me the fuck alone. Like, it would get to that point and they'd be like, you need to stay in the house. You can't go nowhere. They used to lock my ass up in the house. I couldn't go play and couldn't go see everybody's friends and nothing like that. Or it'll get to a point where, like, I literally would, you know, have to just, like, if I wanted to go to the store and we used to have to be together type shit. And it'll be like, I'll get tired of fucking waiting on Courtney and Kira and they'll do some hateful shit. And I'll be like, fuck it, I'll just walk to the goddamn store. If a motherfucker gonna snatch me up, shit. To me, I used to wish a motherfucker would snatch me up because I'll be like, that's freedom. That would have been fucking freedom for me. But shit, I mean, wasn't nobody really trying to snatch up no little girl that could basically tell them their fucking life in Graceville, Florida at that time. But I remember that shit. That's why when motherfuckers be trying to pull this shit now, it'd be like, y'all would have had a fucking better chance of at least giving a contract. Because I'm not signing a fucking gag order, bitch. The fucked up system is a fucked up system. You would have had a better chance of not listening to this fucking stupid ass bitches than going ahead and being like, hey, if you had wanted me to shut up a fucking long time ago, you should have gave me my motherfucking money. Shit, listen, I ain't ever known nobody to still be fucking talking about some shit if they had that goddamn money. But you take a motherfucking money, and then you start acting funny, and I mean, unless it's just a scary ass motherfucker, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got them right where you need them, but shit, ain't shit to fucking fear. What the fuck you gonna do? Kill me? Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? Earth is ghetto any fucking way, and the vessel of it is being over-sexualized at this point. But intuitively, these were like people like, well, we're going to make her feel fearful that the more she keep talking about it, and we need her to talk about something in particular, we're going to make sure that she feels stressed out and lonely when she go to jail. But this wasn't like they was trying to do this. This is like somebody plotting to, like, cage me up and lock me up just for their fucking benefit to control the situation. But it's like, that still make you a predator. You realize that, right? Trying to trap somebody for a benefit of yourself versus a lot of fucking people around the world can find it useful. Well, I want it for myself. Well, pity, patty, mad. Are you mad at the fucking world? Leave the bitch alone. Like, if she don't like you and you just like them because they got a gift that I want. Daddy's money is not giving you everything you want. Marsha. It's like acting like that little motherfucker off the Brady Bunch. It's always about Marsha. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Why? Like, cut that shit out. If it's a fucking dude, that's like even worse. Like, grow a pair. Did your testicles descend yet? You didn't beat off enough. I mean, let's have a talk with your parents and tell you to go watch a video or some shit. I mean, I don't know. What else we got here? Yeah, these are motherfuckers that wanted to create, you know, like, this is like wanting to like beat somebody to submission or like cause someone to get like a felony or a charge or something like that to force them into submission. But however, in the same thing, you got to understand, regardless of what you fucking do, at that point, if you're going to do that type of shit, guess what? Nowadays, even though you're doing corrupt shit and that person, depending on if they're this fucking powerful, you know what you just fucking created? You created a fucking monster that you won't ever fucking have control over. And then with that shit, this is allowing the person to have to remember, one, who did it, why they did it, what group of people did it, what kind of position you had, and then if they already know what type of fucking habits you had, and then the underworld get their hands on that, you don't think the fucking underworld gonna take full advantage of, well, those people can be a liability, and considering that they did this to you, either fucking way, it's a win-win situation because somebody's gonna be willing to fucking invest. The best fucking thing that you could have did was go ahead and just allowing like the right people to do that, because even then, if you did a case and then it's like, this would have still been like a public case, like what are you charging the person for? That's the major part of it is. And especially when the person has a clean record, what are you trying to get them involved with? Oh, we're going to say that they're an abusive parent and they're abused kids. How can somebody abuse fucking kids that's not the fuck around them? One. Two, when the person already had this fucking life and everything else, and clearly the person who's trying to say that the person is abusive, they're neglectful, they don't take care of their kids, but the kids are in the care of those people. How did that person do that? Because, I mean, the logical person is going to start asking fucking questions. And when they start asking questions, now you got to fluster and go ahead and clench your ass cheeks and be like, wait a minute. I know you wasn't fucking prepared for those type of questions, because the other question is, how long was your relationship with this person? So what did you do to show them support? Don't worry, we'll wait. How did you support them? Because according to, even if we pull up her AT&T or T-Mobile log, it don't seem like you called them often. I mean, even if the block calls were there, there was still no block calls. And the computer system is very much advanced at this time that they can pick up on if you spoke to the person or not. You know what I mean? So these are just like people realizing at the same time, it's just like, fuck. Should we? Like, motherfucker, if I'm over here starving and y'all sitting here watching my fucking bank account, because it's like, sure, you got to be a little bit better with your finances, because it's like, you know, it's like I'll get bored and it'd be like, shit. By the time I realize, it's like, shoot, you should have saved that last little $50. It's like, but then it's like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you live and you learn shit. It's not like I'm not accustomed to not starving, because it's like, shit, me eating out, I was fucking myself up because you already knew they was poisoning you type shit. And then it's like, I know I'm not a big eater, so it's like, it could be days where I can go like a fucking week without eating. And I wouldn't fucking care. As long as I got something to drink, cool. But if not, you know, cool too. You know what I'm saying? It's like shit like that. These be people that really just want to like create this fucking habit or whatever it is. It's like, well, they're starving, so eventually they're going to reach out to one of us to want to get something to eat. No, motherfucker, I would rather fucking starve than sit there and have to backslide to go back to the same fucking people who damn near fucking like did like so many fucking times had my motherfucking life. But then it's like, these are the same fucking people who's trying to avoid getting put in fucking prison. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, they want to avoid being seen in the court, you know, in the court of law, like, oh, we didn't do anything. This is literally what this is. These are people like, well, now we got to get rid of the witnesses. Because if it's like, if the people can't carry out this situation, they're going to get rid of the witnesses or the people who they was paying to do this shit. I'm so serious. Somebody's name could be Whitney. Somebody's name could be Dwayne. These are people that's like, damn, why I do this lame ass shit? For real, for real. These are literally people like, oh, somebody's name could be Justin. These are people just like, damn, why did we even get involved in this shit? These are people with mental conflict. And some of these people don't, really belong, and they really just need to go get fucking psych evaluations and help. But then, you know what I'm saying, they gonna keep carrying on the fucking behavior because it's like they don't want to see the light of their flaws of what they could have did differently or better. Because that was even like me thinking about Mesa and stuff like that. It was just like, this shit is crazy, like crazy powerful, where it's just like you have to sit in the light. And then it was like me looking at a situation, it was just like, damn, like Shrita, how you could see this situation and how you could see certain things of this playing out. It's like if these people got to get real desperate, and it was like these folks that was putting them on. I said, depending on who they got involved in this, I was like, I could really see these people taking their ass out. Or it's just gonna be a messy ass situation where these people gonna be like, what? It's like you gotta be mindful about what type of disruption, but it's like now they don't even want to do it no more. It's like they're gonna be the ones in heartache and loss because it's like the material harvest, but then it's like also wanting to be like, well, they didn't get the money and we took this. It's like apparently you needed that. But it's like at the same time, I'm hopeful that better things will come my way. Like I'm moving on for that shit. Like, okay, y'all got it, you won, cool. Y'all took the property, y'all took the land, y'all took the house, cool. Like, what the fuck else is there to do at this point? I mean, other than it's in your best interest to just leave me the fuck alone, and then it's just like move on from this situation. But it's like, well, you don't love us, I sure the fuck don't. Why the fuck would I love people that sit there and wanted to intentionally cause harm? Wanted to be in authority of how much fun I had and how much, I was able to do this. Who is this person? This is like somebody like wanting you to still have love for them. It's like, no. Or have patience. Somebody wanted somebody to have patience. Or just wait around. Like, I'm not waiting around on no fucking body just to figure out what it is that they wanted to do. But it's like while you reaping off the spiritual aspects and the financial aspects and my creativity in my home, trying to destiny swap and not, do this for somebody else. Like, nah. This is like somebody want to act like they do from off of the Shy. But shit, even Duda got took out. But then when that happened, then it was just like a reorder of here come Nuke coming in type shit. I'm so serious. These are like people that, I said serious. Child. Yeah, this is like people hoping that they can just create some kind of, authority. This is like somebody wanted to have power. Like, I hope they don't give it up to somebody else. And it's like, the fuck? Like, some people could be fucking weird about this shit. It's like, how do you want to create a pillar of this, of like, okay, well, stay celibate? Well, for me, you know what I'm saying, in the best interest is just keep to myself, but at the same time, shit, if I want to, I'm grown type shit. These were like, this is even like somebody, like in my instance, it was like Patrick had this nasty ass fucking habit, and I thought that shit was disgusting. Like, bro, you do not lust after somebody that you're trying to say is your child. Hold on. Yeah, wish fulfillment of authority. This is fire and desire. Rick and Tina. It's like, well, they have desire, but then it's like, making you feel trapped in mental conflict about who can have it and stuff like it's like but it's like when you in control of your own fucking body and shit like that, this is like somebody feeling like they have control and you was gonna wait around for them. Like hell no. Hell no. 222. Somebody could be seeing 222. Somebody could be 28. Somebody could be 42. Somebody could be 24. 29. Somebody could be born in 92, 94, 98. Somebody could be born in 82, 84, 89. Yeah, these are motherfuckers that's thinking like, oh, we got all the time. It's like, who the fuck told y'all that bullshit ass lie? Cause shit, the motherfucker coming in with new beginning. Cause it's like, it's my cushy, I do what I want. I'm a big girl. I swear for God, it's one of them shits where it's like, but if I get locked up and I call this, like, motherfucker, you can't call this on shit that don't even fucking belong to you in the fucking first place. And then it's like, if you fucking wanted it, your ass will be making sure that you there and you'll do it in the first place. And it's like, well, I gotta get a divorce from this other fucking person. And it's like, no, motherfucker, that ain't how that shit works. Like, somebody just don't get that part. But this is also somebody in fear because they took something. It's like, I took the money, I took you for granted, I took you for, granted sexually, I got you caught up in jail, like it's shit that could have got you locked up, try to keep you in a mental conflict and waiting, but it's one of those, but I still gave you something that you wanted. You mean you can't wait for me? Motherfucker, another motherfucker could come in and play your position. Just because you gave that, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other bullshit, but you give that person one fucking wish fulfillment and you feel somebody's supposed to wait for you, that's some lame ass shit. And somebody for something in a situation like, I've seen it happen before, but it's like, it's no judgment, but it's like, is anybody gonna call you on your bullshit to let you know you took something for granted and that's your loss? So whoever the fuck coming in next, that's for them. That's for that man. That's for that man that's saying, when I come in the first time, I'm not trying to fuck with your mind. When I come in the first time, I'm not fit to have you waiting around. When I come in this time, I'm not fit to try to make you feel like you're a prisoner to this shit. You make the choice or we make the choice or however the fuck we gonna choose to do this. Yes, I'm gonna be here to protect you and I'm gonna make sure you still fulfill and get everything that's gonna make you happy, allow you to be in a creative space, allow you to be in your heart space safely, allow you to, to make sure that you're having intercourse in the safest way, that your money is protected. I'm not here to steal from you, rob from you, and make sure that you can still grow and have those things for yourself. If you want to travel, I want to make sure you travel safely and not cause you harm, versus somebody on the flip side. This is somebody that was feeling like, well, I still gave you this. So this could be somebody that literally deal with a mental issue. I'm not even fit to hold you. But these people have fucking mental issues, but be having the audacity to be like, she got a mental issue, she got problems. Motherfucker, you gotta have a fucking mental problem to try to control somebody's fucking life. The audacity of who they sleep with, how they love, and what they do with their money. So in order to control them, you try to get them locked up, try to get them to get mental diagnoses and shit like that. And then the fulfillment that's actually really meant for them, you want them to try to play the waiting game. But you try to say that this person has an issue. Y'all the ones with the issue. That's crazy to me. How is the person thinking so logically, insane, and not thinking in insanity? This is insanity. You have to lost what they say. You must have lost your rabbit ass mind. But even a fucking rabbit got common sense to make sure that they can go ahead and escape a fucking, certain situation. These were also people hoping that they can create some type of heartache and loss for you to put you in a mental conflict where it'll cause you to act irrational. Like say if the police or somebody come to you or you get, got to get psychologically evaluated that this shit would either put you in a mental institute or you will have such a big ass fucking reaction that it calls your ass to get locked up. And then when you get locked up, say you got to go see a psych person or whatever, that the psych person will be like, oh, that they're insanity. And, you know, once we take them out of the prison, we got to go put them in a mental facility. And that will clarify them to be mentally incapacitated or incompetent or some shit like that. And we can still take the shit from them. This is how these motherfuckers really fucking think. I've seen them do that to people plenty of times. They do that to plenty of motherfuckers in Mississippi. They did that shit to a motherfucker in Arkansas. They did that to motherfuckers in Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma. They was notorious for that shit. They even did that shit in Chicago, and they did that shit in the North Carolinas and Georgia. And then they try to pull that shit to me over here in fucking Florida. Like, come on now. For somebody in a situation that's like rest and rejuvenate, with you resting and rejuvenating and you getting yourself, like, you know what I'm saying, getting your mind right and shit like that. I want to say that this whatever it is that they trying to delay, for somebody, the delay is going to fuck every fucking body up in this situation. Because the delay, because what I say, may not be there when you call, but it's going to be right on motherfucking time. And for somebody, the shit going to hit right on motherfucking time when you need to. And for somebody, while you sitting here going through this rest and whatever it is that they trying to get you under arrest and stuff like that, I feel like you ain't even going to have to worry about that. Because it's going to cause you to get recognition in an award. So whatever it is that they trying to do, just triple that. For somebody, if you had to sue these people 5 times, whatever the fuck it is that they stole from you, took from you, if you feel like that some of these people will end up in a mental institute, these other motherfuckers are going to get locked up. For somebody in a situation, somebody will be facing 84 years. Another person will face 48 years. I feel like somebody could get immunity and they could probably end up getting like, you know, probation or house arrest or something like that. I'm going to figure out how or why, but in certain of these situations, going to be a lot of motherfuckers. The waiting game ain't for nothing. God's delay is a way bigger pay. Is how I play that shit. God's delay is a way bigger pay, honey. Because however you probably would have felt like you was going to be able to do some revenge, that's why I don't do revenge. I don't got to get my lick back. Because shit, whatever the fuck it is that they felt they were doing, and they were passionate than a motherfucker. They was passionate about trying to make you be delayed. January, they did it February, March, they did it in May, and they doing it right now. 3 + 5 + 1 is 6. June. We are in June. So for somebody, you know, something could probably kick off for you July between, you know, the end of June all the way to up to fucking September. But you gonna get, for somebody by October, all of this shit, just take this shit to get your motherfucking mind right. Financial, first, I'm telling you, somebody, recognition and reward, financial and material changes with a new beginning. For somebody, you probably get a fucking new beginning, base, root, heart chakra, wishes fulfillment, authority. For somebody, you gonna get put in a fucking leadership. Discontent and boredom. You might be a little bit discontent. You might be a little bit bored or whatever, because it's like, you know, like me, I mean, I'm not doing everything that I want to do. I really, you know, I'm not having the fun that I really would like to, but it's like shit. At the same time, it's cool. Because whatever it is, if this is money, material and financial, love and shit, if it's bedroom boom, shit, I can wait patiently. Because whatever the fucking bedroom boom is, right, the sacral chakra right next to fucking authority and wish fulfillment, shit. Baby, throat punishment and go ahead and blow my motherfucking back out, shit, a win is a win. I'll take that shit all day. All day. And it ain't coming with mental shit. It ain't waiting around. Ain't no mental conflict. The motherfucker willing to give you recognition and be passionate about your ass. Shit. The delay is the best pay. Shit, I'ma pray. The delay is the best pay. I'ma pray, and that's okay. Because whatever the fuck it is, whatever they feel like they doing and what they got doing, the blessing will outweigh whatever the fuck it is. Just rest and rejuvenate and know that you know, victory and success is yours. Because victory is mine, saith the Most High. Okay? Do the shadow work. You know, plan and see where it is where you gonna, you know, want to do shit. Don't be suffering in silence. Don't suffer in silence shit. Write that shit out. Write that shit the fuck out. Burn that bitch and let it go. Because literally, you know, with it, suffering in silence and passion ignite, shit, do your burning bowl ritual. Let that shit go. Because I'm letting this shit go. It's just like, shit, it don't mean that I got to forget that the shit happened. You ain't going to forget the experience and what people put you through. You don't ever fucking forget that. You forgive. You can forget. But it's not to forget to a point of forgetting what the experience was that allowed you to learn the lesson to grow to where you are now. Because those life experiences are those things that sometimes with the shit you went through, whether people catch on to it now or fucking later, that experience that you had, you don't ever know if you're going to be speaking to somebody that whatever it is that you worked your way through, you can help somebody get through it. Now, will they choose to get through it? That's solely on to them. But the fact that you know, you worked through it and you got through that shit, that right there is a fucking blessing in itself. Don't ever allow nobody to make you feel like other than that. You know what I'm saying? Intuitively, I already know, like, I ain't gotta have fucking physical proof for me to know what the fuck going on. I ain't ever fucking needed that. Before then, it used to be, God, I believe it when I see it. Now I'm at that point. Most High, you in control. You in control. You in control of this. You know what I'm saying? The power in it is my intuition tell me this, and what you giving me the confirmation when I close my eyes, and what you giving me the confirmation to utilize my voice and use this vessel. All the rest of that shit, when it'll manifest as above, so below. Because as above, where I'm at up there, I ain't dealing with none of this shit. Because as I am up there, that motherfucking man that's up there, that person that's supposed to be down here in the physical, he ain't finna make me feel no type of fucking way. If anything, kiss my toes, daddy. Rub my feet. I'm ready. Meet me in the bathroom in 2 seconds. Meet me in the closet. Meet me in the pantry. The fuck? He ain't playing his shit. He concerned. Baby, I ain't see you smiling today. He gonna make sure I'm smiling every motherfucking day. My boo goofy. She goofy than a motherfucker. And I like it. Because it ain't about the next motherfucker liking it. Because I'm not doing it for the next man. I'm not here to entertain the next man. It's for this one that's right here. Y'all too busy trying to make it be cute. Baby, I'm cute for me, motherfucker. My swag gotta match his swag. Or his swag gotta match mine. He gotta be witty. I ain't out here to just try to wear it for the next motherfucking shit. Hey. If they poking, they poking. If it's jumping, it's jumping. But shit, he know he the one jumping on them bones at the middle of the night. The fuck? I don't give a fuck if he don't like the creativity, the art, or whatever. But he still supported, baby. You got work done. But he also know how to say, hey, I need your attention right now. You did enough work today. I need your attention. I got enough confidence that next motherfucker gonna be, baby, I need your attention. He can communicate. He can use his words. That's what I got above. So as y'all say, my Father who art in heaven, my Father ain't going to leave me unprotected. But he also going to make sure that the man that comes to me, just as well as he protect me there, he going to make sure I'm protected here. So whether I have a physical 3D father or not, as above, so below. And as above, he said I'm protected. As above, I am loved. As above, I will be okay. As above, I ain't going without. Because sometimes when I'm going without, that might have been my moment where he's telling me to fast. So I can sit there, regardless if Your stomach is going. Are you dependent on your stomach, or are you dependent on what those visions are that I need you to see clearly? What are you learning in this process? What are you knowing to do better? And when he's sitting my ass down, are you starving enough? Are you hungry enough? Because that's how a father shall be with his daughter. But he's still gentle enough to say, hey, I'm here. You can cry. You're safe to cry. It's okay to cry. It don't mean you're emotional. You trying to do. It's safe to cry when it comes to the Creator. I had to remother myself. I need that hug. I'm going to give my hug to myself. I need to be heard. I'm still hearing myself. Fuck if the next person hear me or not. The universe is in control. The power is in control. Your intuition is going to let you know who's going to be there or not. The fuck? It's spiritual before it's physical. I can't minister to you if I ain't got the spiritual aspect. So how the fuck would I disrespect the Bible or the Most High or the Creator if I wasn't spiritual before anything? The Spirit, the Holy Ghost, and the Father, right? Apparently, some of y'all motherfuckers disobey all three and then have the audacity to commit blasphemy. Fuckers. Transformation. The rejection ain't only for protection. The rejection is causing you to learn a motherfucking lesson. But are you willing to transform into your better self or your higher self, meaning you can do better? Transformation is nothing but going into an evolution of a better self or a better version of yourself. That's why the reward and recognition is there. That's why when the universe puts something away, it's for you to rest, rejuvenate, recoup in solitude, to self-reflect about what it is that you did or didn't do, but you don't hold on about what it is that you did or didn't do. You just go ahead and realize what it is that you can do, because anything outside of you is fucking irrelevant. It's about what you're doing in the current moment, in the present moment, to make yourself better. The only person suffering is the one that feels like suffering is the only thing for you. That means you're in lack. That means you're stealing. That means you're lying. But when you're not in fucking lack and you sit in solitude and you're feeling like you're bored, that's when creativity comes to you. That's when the transformation comes to you. That's when the suffering in silence turns into a passion to recognize intuitively what things you do wish to have in fulfillment for yourself. Not for the next man. Are you looking for a wish fulfillment for the next man, or are you looking for wish fulfillment for yourself? Because you can't give nobody something that you ain't got for yourself. Somebody need to learn that shit. Awareness. Self-awareness, universal awareness, solitude awareness, transformative awareness, passionate awareness. Because what you feel you love now, you might not love tomorrow. You can't create disruption somewhere where you know that you ain't growing in. Because it requires you to face your dark side to know what your light side is. You can't know what light is if you ain't never had fucking dark. Hello? These are motherfuckers that swear up and down that they are of the light, but you don't recognize the dark? That's crazy. That means you ain't doing no type of self-reflection, so you holier than thou. But you don't recognize what dark is. But the only way to recognize the dark is if you're doing the dark shit yourself. You got to know the dark within yourself before you recognize the light in somebody else's fucking life. And a lot of motherfuckers forget that shit. You got to have self-awareness, because if you don't know yourself, you're going to allow the fucking world to always tell you who the fuck you are. And I'll be damned if that ever happened, because when you allow the world to tell you who the fuck you are, they get to dictate, control, mind control, and take you and abuse you for everything it is that you are capable of doing. And when you call back your motherfucking power, and you call back to say, I'm not going to be distressed or in depression, I'm going to go ahead and start speaking life into myself. I don't need no fucking minister or a fucking pastor to tell me that. I ain't got to go sit in somebody's so-called holy sanctuary that's doing the fucking worst and the most to motherfuckers. You need a tithe for this. But bitch, what have you done for your community? What have you done for your congregation? Because the churches ain't churching no more. Because I remember churches that at times, even though they didn't run everything for the soup kitchens, I remember at times it will be at least 5 times during that month or something like that, where they will come in and say so my congregation know that I appreciate them, that they're showing up for me to hear my word, to hear the glory and the power and the movement of it, and take the money that we're getting that's supposed to be invested in shit that still ain't been built in over 2 to fucking 13 motherfucking years, and these motherfuckers got health conditions. Oh, I can pray for you. Bitch, why don't you take that goddamn money and get a nutrition in your goddamn church? Bitch, take that goddamn money, and out of that year, you know everybody in that bitch suffering with goddamn diabetes, and take that goddamn money and start cooking meals. Hey, we got too many people in my congregation dealing with diabetes. I'm cooking diabetes food or diabetic food and meals for y'all on every first and second week of the Tuesday of the month. What happened to that shit? What happened? And then the audacity talking about, glory be to God, God don't like ugly. Bitch, God don't like you, hoe. Don't ever allow me to fucking minister to you about what the fuck you supposed to do as a minister or a pastor. And then the audacity to sit here try to call me a motherfucking monster. Bitch, you trying to kill somebody. You're hiring other fucking people. Choose wisely. You the real fucking Samaya around this bitch. Or you wouldn't fucking know what the fuck Samaya is if your ass wasn't acting like it's fucking Lucifer, ho. I had to call a fucking female out on her shit. And I really hope you ain't that little blonde-headed ass bitch right now. I really hope it ain't you. So don't ever allow me to sit there and tell you what the fuck you supposed to do in your own ministry. I ain't no church. Don't reconnect my shit because you sitting there paying for it. You ain't gotta like what the fuck I say, but you gonna sit there like a grown-ass fucking man and don't be a bitch about it. It's called rated R because it ain't for everybody. But don't ever allow somebody to call you on the dumb shit that you do. Just because you don't like what somebody doing, don't give you the right to interrupt my shit. Interrupt the bitch shit that's doing the fuck shit. I ain't no Christian. I'm only one on fucking Tuesday. I'm spiritual before anything. You become a spirit before you got a vessel. Know that. So before you sit here, I like what you're saying until this point. So now I'm going to interrupt your live stream when you say this. Because you got me triggered. If you fucking triggered, why the fuck you doing this shit in the first place? So if you thought it was for good reason, sit your grown ass or your wannabe grown ass the fuck down in your unhealed ass and listen to something and you might fucking heal. You might. But considering that how the fuck you moving, it don't look like you. It don't look like you. I don't give a fuck if you're the governor, the mayors, that sit the fuck down and learn something. You ain't gotta like my motherfucking delivery, but respect it. I can't respect no grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman who got the audacity to feel like we gonna play this game. But you playing a motherfucking dangerous game that's got you fucking triggered. Not the other way around. Because it don't make me no fucking difference. The only difference is you're the fucking one holding my fucking money. You're just hoping that you can play along and do a fucking gag order so this shit don't go public. Remember that. You got to remember, you got to get somebody to play behind my YouTube and TikTok and this fucking phone, T-Mobile fucking phone, to go ahead and make sure that other people don't come in to watch the shit. So you can, you remember you got to hire the motherfuckers from Washington. You had to go ahead and get the motherfucking people to start, I wonder. It's fucking you up, ain't it, at the same time? Don't interrupt my shit if your ass call yourself grown. You doing bitch shit at that time. You ain't gotta like my delivery. As I say, rated R, not for everyone. So if you can't take it, I wouldn't even took the job to even do the shit. Why you doing the job if you gonna get triggered by the shit I say? That means you're emotional. So who's really in an emotional state? This is called being logical. And ain't nothing I said is illogical. Because a smart person or an intelligent person or a competent person will be smart enough to put the emotion to the side, fuck the delivery. I'm trying to receive what it is that you're saying. And what I'm saying makes clear fucking sense. So whatever it is that you're looking to present, and you still gotta pay somebody else to go ahead and do all the rest of this shit, make logical sense about what the fuck you doing. And I stand on big business about what the fuck I said. You just paying for somebody to make sure that the message don't get out because it threatens your position. You can't be a pillar of light if you don't know how to take the pillar of fucking life. Red pill, blue pill, isn't that what they say? But you want to create an obstacle and challenge of somebody's new beginning every fucking day. Bitch, I'll terrorize and torture your ass. Every fucking day. Moving on, onward to those who want to go ahead and receive the fucking message without getting your panties in a bunch. Back to regular service. Is that what they say? It's a lovely day in the neighborhood. Lovely day in the neighborhood. Why don't you try to get some? Because I'm trying to tell you what it is. Like I said, I cuss a lot. I don't care. Shit, maybe if I was smoking fucking weed, I might be a little bit fucking calmer. But even then, I'll probably end up telling you some shit that you still probably won't like. But you'll be okay. But it also gives you the remedy of the seed when people try to tell you, leave them the fuck alone. Quit fucking with people. Quit fucking with people that can tell you about yourself. And then you wouldn't get so triggered. And then the people who you paying for the internet manipulation, cell phone manipulation, their little feelings wouldn't be hurt. Their feelings wouldn't be hurt. I'm a peaceful person, but you coming over here fucking with me. Don't fuck with my shit. Allow people to, if they receive it, they receive it. If they don't receive it, they don't receive it. This is like a fear of somebody knowing somebody got so much fucking power and energy of speaking. It threatens they shit that they do on a fucking day to day, and it makes them fucking irrelevant. I mean, I wouldn't want to dip that far, but shit, that shit happened every day in business too, right? When the competition need to get like pushed out of the way, they play the same shit too, right? If I know my competitor is going to get in the way of me, this is the type of shit they do on a higher level. I ain't no billionaire yet, but I know billionaires do this shit more often than not. So what are we saying now? I want to tone her down. Somebody is literally 55 years old. Bitch, I'm only 36. If I'm 36, but probably still in my motherfucking 30s. You 55 motherfucking years old. You mean you that fucking triggered? Intellectually, it bothers me. I just want to consolidate this situation, and I just want to, you ain't going to be able to control everything, shawty. It don't work like that. Take that shit like a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman, because clearly you wanted to act like a grown-ass man, but now I want to be docile. Please, like, no. Oh, no, don't. Can you? No, motherfucker, run me my motherfucking money and I might leave your bitch ass alone. I might. I just might. But shit, I ain't seen no money roll through here. And considering that you still helping these other motherfuckers versus getting their ass to sit the fuck down, I feel like I'm having more fun with it. Well, I'm going to get the people from YouTube to do this. No, you ain't going to get nobody from nowhere to do it because they watching their ass. The feds already told them. That's why they ain't. How come it? How come it? How come it? Because look at what you're doing. You embarrassing yourself more than anything. So you think I'm pressed by you? By far, this is depressing. I would not ever felt somebody of your caliber would stoop this low. Our God is an awesome God. Wasn't that the last song you had last Sunday, wasn't it? I don't watch y'all, but I'm pretty sure it's a song that you had going or playing currently. And you looking to hide whoever this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person is. Your birthday could be in April or May. Somebody's literally 54 or 55 years old. Don't get yourself in a bunch. Somebody could also be 65 or 64 years old. But you wouldn't feel no type of way if you wasn't coming towards somebody. I didn't come for you. You came for me. And the fact that you came for me, now you get sitting here paying for it. And it's like now you really paying for it because you got to pay people to go ahead and do the stupid shit that you're doing. Tell me, how is that working out? How's it working out? Because even then, your crew of people that you do get to come watch from time to time. And trust and believe me, they watch it from time to time. You know how they fucking feel about it? It's like, it's the delivery. Super rough around the edges. Very much so. Very much so. But I also got a chance to know the blessing is, this is my space. Not yours. Now, if I had to conduct myself in a different environment, if need be, and if contracted, because I wouldn't work with none of you motherfuckers, but you can contract me and pay me. I know how to not use cuss words, because cuss words is not useful in a professional setting. That's the difference. But in my own space, in my own home, of the luxury of my sanctuary, as your home should be your sanctuary, in your sacred space, I'm going to be me. Now, when I'm in a professional setting, you must be censored. It should be useful and tolerance for everyone, unless it's amongst the room. We can PG-13 it. You might get a little shit or an F-bomb here and there, or a hell, or a darn it. You know what I'm saying? You can conceal that. But considering you want to step into somebody else's domain and you're not too versed in it, but you well versed in paying for it. Now you're paying for it because you look stupid in a motherfucker because you're sitting here fucking with somebody. Be mindful of that. You want somebody to be mindful and submit to the fact because you got the fucking money for it? That's the stupidest shit I ever fucking heard of. You might have the money, but do you have the physical strength? Because put all the money and the security guards to the side and put yourself in a position in front of the fucking person, bitch, you know you ain't surviving. They eat you, chew your ass out, spit it out, and feed you to every fucking vulture that there is. But I want to tone you down? You don't tone nobody down, bitch. Tone yourself down and pipe the fuck down and quit fucking with everyone, because now clearly if there's other people telling you you're insulting someone's intellectual lucidity. You don't like that? You ain't gotta like it, but respect it. You respect me, I can respect you, but you disrespectful than a motherfucker. So apparently somebody need to put your punk ass in your place. But if I'm being respectful, respect my place, then I can respect you. Come over here and act like you got some dignity and some respect, then I would do the same otherwise, because it looked like your stupid ass calmed down now. You come with aggression, you met with it. No one can give you something that you're not approaching with. You ever notice that you can be the calmest person in the room, but if someone comes with you with hostility and you're still trying to stay calm, but they're still coming with you at hostility, so you saying, fuck it, let me give you back what you giving me, you can't handle it, clearly. Because clearly it's showing, wait. I feel, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee type shit, right? We got to be mindful. I ain't no Clarissa Shield or whatever, but goddamn, I ain't no Ronda Rousey, none of that shit, but calm down. Some people got real shit to sort the fuck out, and you're not doing anything better but adding to that shit. And then when you add to it, now you want them to simmer down and calm down. You're not able to do that, sweetie. And then you're supposed to be a pillar of a fucking community. Do better. Do better. Instead of sitting there trying to simmer someone down, can I help you? What am I able to offer you to help you? Because I see you suffering. But you're the one adding to the suffering. I ain't no motherfucking Adam and Eve, but shit, goddamn. Do better, especially if you call yourself a pillar of a community, especially if you call yourself a fucking minister or a fucking pastor. Do better. You should know fucking better. No one can give you any type of energy towards you unless you already given it, whether you watching it on a spiritual, physical, energetic, or auric level. And you should know that as a minister or a pastor, especially if you are ordained to do what it is, you know what the fuck it is. I don't have to see you physically in the 3D to know your energy. It's a signature, baby. You should know that. And if the Holy Ghost is really in you, you know you playing the wrong game with the Holy Ghost, right? Right. Be nice. Do better. Go back and motherfucking repent and go read a script or something. Because how you came, baby, you came the wrong fucking way, shouty. Just trying to make somebody feel less than. Oh, how is it that you ain't got this type of money and you're like this? Shit, it don't take fucking money for you to understand who the fuck you are. I ain't got to step into the biggest fucking mega church or nothing like that. I ain't got to go to no mosque. I ain't got to do none of that shit. When it's in you and on you, you can't be concerned about what's outside of you. Ordained or not, shamanic or not, do better than what you are doing. Wait. Do better. Just do fucking better. Because what you could have did better to go ahead and like lighten the blow, because as you see, I'm calm, you calm, right? Now we can be civilized. And being civilized, and I'm going to do my best without cussing at you. Do better in how you speaking, whether you speaking at the phone or your TV screen or wherever the heck it is you're streaming. Do better. If you know you owe somebody something, you meant to do what you did. But in order for you to repent and do better, give back what it is that you are supposed to give back to that person directly. Not to the other people who got you involved in the first place, because those who got you involved, now you're sitting here with your panties in a bunch. And now it's, it's no need for a mediator in this situation, because you're concerned that the situation can get heated. So now it's, I would want to meet them. Can you go ahead and get the letter to them? And can you make sure that we have somebody there just in case, they get upset or something like that? You wouldn't need all of that if you wasn't already doing some fuck shit. Pardon me and forgive me for saying that word, and I didn't mean to bring it to you like that, because I said I would do my best. I ain't say I was great at it. But you should have did better than what it is. Trying to stop somebody from something. Trying to cause the suffering. And you was the biggest part of the suffering. So now some of the people that you already had brought in, the two other amigos, the Los Caballeros, girl, I got to go. Now they sitting here like, girl, I got to get off the phone. Girl, I got to go. Oh, shoot. And you sitting here wondering like, shh, y'all, hold on. But no, it ain't no hold on. You knew you was dead wrong from the jump, though. And instead of taking full accountability and responsibility, which I did because I do apologize because I shouldn't have snapped on you like that. But apparently you needed somebody to snap on you because apparently your caballeros wasn't willing or woman enough to tell you like, girl, you know you was wrong for what it is. Sometimes it's going to be the person that you feel like is broke or beneath you or all this other stuff. I ain't got to be rich in the physical. I ain't got to be rolling around in a Rolls Royce or a Bentley. I ain't got to have all that stuff. I ain't got to have everything expensive on me, baby. But what's in me and on me is to check you about what it is that you can do better. And apparently it's some stuff that you flying in on a jet and, ooh, we go to a church that go do this. Yeah, everybody is moved by that, but I'm not. I'm moved by your soul. I'm moved by your spirit. And your spirit has been dirty and nasty. You're a nasty individual on the inside. You need a cleanse. And clearly it took the person of poverty who you was robbing from in the first place to tell you that. The only difference is I ain't get a chance to tell you to your goddamn face. That's the only difference. And you lucky for that. Because I'm pretty sure you probably would have turned real red in the fucking face. Another F-bomb, too. You got it. But you'll be all right. Just go ahead and have your glass of wine or your glass of whiskey to go ahead and calm your nerves. But however, self-reflect before you sit there and talk on somebody else. Because what is it called? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. And clearly you were trying to wreck yourself over somebody who was trying to rectify their dang self. And you didn't even know what the real story was behind it. All you really saw was the money. It don't matter where you came from. Didn't you come from a trailer park? Didn't you come from less than? You must have forgot where you came from. So let me give you a reminder. And clearly that was the reminder. Don't go punking people that you know physically if you ain't have nobody around you. Don't ever go hard. Everybody ain't safe as we usually be feeling we are. I'm supposed to be safe in my own home and I ain't feel safe. Think about that. Now let me get up off of this broad. I'll be back because I had to get off of this goddamn broad and clearly she had to get checked real quick because you don't sit there and be playing in people's energy and feeling like you ain't getting checked, man. Anybody can get it. And they don't require you to put your hands on nobody. You can always fight and live another day. But sometimes fighting to go ahead and use those things, because shit, I ain't got a behavior just like you. Didn't you used to have a habit just like Eric Benet? Right. You felt you couldn't get enough of it, right? Like I said, I'm going to get off of you, broad. But don't test me. Because you got an addiction. And whether somebody starts speaking on your addiction, I will. Be mindful. But I'm pretty sure whoever been investigating you, in the governor and the rest of them, I'm pretty sure they got way more fucking information than what I can give you, shorty. But I'm off of you. Because you should have been nicer and gave me my money, though. But you going to try to set up for other people to be around me to cause harm or to stalk and harass. That wasn't nice. That wasn't even cool. You going to use your little Baptist friends from this Baptist church up here off of Wickham? Come on now, shawty. Be a little bit more kinder and I'll probably be kinder to you. You'll be more successful when you start speaking the truth versus a white lie. You shouldn't ever tell white lies as a minister or a pastor.